My name's Con, and I'm going to ask Mr. Dan a few questions. When conflict happens between students, what does AOSR want them to learn from these moments?
I love that you asked that question, Khan, because conflict happens in our school. It happens in every school, and it's when children are learning to manage their emotions. Conflict is typically a result of some type of feeling that this child has. Maybe the other child did something that that child didn't like, and so it caused perhaps an emotion of frustration or anger. And the frustration and the anger are okay. We want to validate the way that children feel. What we need to learn in those moments is how to manage those emotions. So if I'm feeling angry or if I'm feeling frustrated, what is an appropriate way for me to handle that? So if there's a conflict, perhaps someone has made a mistake with how they've handled that emotion, right? And so we do a lot of reflection with that child to talk about, what could you have done differently? Next time you have a similar emotion, what could you do to handle it in a more appropriate way?
Okay. Now for my next question. How do teachers and principals notice when a student is struggling before they ask for help?
Before they ask for help. So, one thing about our school that's really special is how we value building relationships with students. So, teachers and principals aren't just the ones who are responsible for teaching the curriculum, but they're also responsible for checking in on the child's well-being and being not necessarily a friend, like a best friend in the way that students are friends with each other, but teachers and principals should have strong and positive, trusting relationships with kids that are quite friendly. And so, in that way, we care. And when you really care about somebody, you notice how they're feeling. So I think the basic answer to that question is that through the way that we value relationships with students, we're really paying attention to more than just how the student is doing on their tests and their reading and their learning. We're really paying attention to how they're feeling and what they might need to be successful, because you can't be a great reader or a great thinker if you're not feeling safe and secure. So it's really important that teachers are paying attention to those things.
Okay, last question. How do you make sure AOSR keeps improving and listening to the students and parents?
Student and parent input is really important because we want everyone to feel supported and happy. And so we use surveys as one simple, concrete way that we learn from parents and students about what their experience is like here at AOSR. For example, we went on a trip with the fifth graders and we asked them specifically about different aspects of the trip. Did you do that survey?
Yes.
Yeah. And so through that, we're looking to improve the small things that we do, like the trips, but then we also ask questions about the way that we support kids with their learning and our curriculum and things like that.
Great, thanks.